Hello, welcome to RNG at the Crossroad. I am G.A. Cross, your co-host.
And I'm Roosevelt, your other co-host. We'd like to thank you for joining our program today, and for your first time listeners. Also, welcome to the broadcast. Today, Gerald and I have come up with a topic that we thought is important to discuss with you all, and it is the importance and benefits of reading. Now, for me, this is a very, very strong topic because there was a point in time I was a reader, then I fell off. But this is what I remember, and now that reading, it exercises the brain. It improves concentration and the ability to focus. There's just something about reading. And you know what, Gerald? It's interesting because when we first discussed bringing this topic to the forum, a guy gets my spiritual food from, he had said to me, he said, man, Revelations 1:3 states that blessed are those that readeth. I was like, wow, I've been around the Bible all my life. I've never heard that scripture. And when he said that to me and I opened up, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes nothing but sense. So how do you feel about the topic?
I think reading is actually paramount. It is the absolute fundamental building block far as you building that person that you need to become, far as getting to those outcomes. And you know, the whole nature of our platform is about making better decisions that will lead you to better outcomes. So what better way to feed your mind than reading? And reading gives you that opportunity to engage many, many different things. You know, a good example of that is, you know, sometimes you may need to get a self-help book, you know, that helps you to identify some of your talents, to help you to engage your purpose, and also to actually read something that you deem that is potent enough that's going to cause you to engage reading different concepts and different things that are going to allow you to grow. And Roosevelt referred to the Bible. Hey, I'm with him on that. God granted Solomon. He said, hey, I'm going to grant you a wish. And he said, hey, I wish he could have wished for riches and so on and so forth, but he asked for wisdom. And I think that in order for us to acquire wisdom, that we have to have a really, really good lineup of reading that gives us the knowledge. Then when we apply it to life, that spins into wisdom.
And see, and I was going to say, I was going to speak on that in terms of, you know, it doesn't matter what your dream, your hope, it really doesn't matter. Reading, it's a motivational thing, and it's not easy for everybody. And I get that because there's so much going on around us that causes stress, depression, and we get caught up in what is so inundated on us by what's going on in this world. And one of the things that we have to do is break it down and understand that, I mean, reading reduces stress. I don't care if you read a book that you read in elementary school. Because I know when I re-engage in reading, Gerald, after probably 10 years of not reading, man, it was tough. But I started reading paragraphs. I started reading just different stuff. I turned off the television.
And then a lot of times too, you can go back and read a book that you read 10 years ago. And that book that you read 10 years ago will be a lot more to you now than it was then, because you have become more over those years as far as life's experiences. So now you have become more and you bring in more to that reading. You see what I'm saying?
That's interesting you said that.
Yeah, because a lot of times you can go back and read something, you're like, wow, I didn't see that. Or I read that passage 10 years ago, it didn't really do what it's doing for me now. You know, it's like kind of like the older folks would tell you back in the day. They would say, "Hey, the older you get, the smarter I'll get."
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
other words, hey, well, as you live a little, you get a little bit life on you, you realize that hey, what I'm saying makes a lot more sense after you
Absolutely.
experience it.
Absolutely. You know, man, wow. That's interesting you said that because, you know, I had heard the old saying, statement, it takes X number of days to create a habit with reading, create different habits, anywhere from 7 to 21 days. And that's interesting that you said that because some of the books that I have read again when I picked up reading. And for certain, I'm like, oh, I didn't see that the first time I read it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know? So it brings that whole reading experience into a totally different experience with my brain,
Mm-hmm.
with my general knowledge being increased, you know, having more motivation to read. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's paramount. I don't care if you don't have a dream. If you like your life the way it is, that's great. Reading gives some golden nuggets in life that you can't get anywhere else.
Absolutely. And it's I think that it increases your vocabulary.
Absolutely.
And then go back to look, we can go back to some basic things.
Mm-hmm.
When you read, you begin to know more.
Mm-hmm.
You remember how it used to be when you would go into the class and then you get to class and the teacher hands out a quiz, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't study for it? How
Mm-hmm.
you felt? You felt completely helpless, like, oh
Right.
God, man, quiz right now, pop quiz now. But how did you feel when you did read the material and you were prepared? And she gave out a pop quiz. You're like, oh, okay, come on, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Totally comfortable.
Life is the same way.
Yeah.
If we make that, if we just make that one decision saying, hey, the things that I'm interested in, or these things that have to do with my talent, I'm going to read about them and I'm going to educate myself about this concept so that I can bring this thing that is far away, like a dream or a goal. You can begin to, it's like you bringing it into a real dry reality.
Mm-hmm.
It is not something that's abstract. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you bring that reading to it, you have ignited something in yourself because you are now more educated. You are more enlightened about a topic that you were not before. So if you're enlightened about a topic that you weren't about before, then you have become more. Plain and simple. You can't be the same person. You have to be growing along the way. And that's what this is about, man. This is about growth. Reading is that thing.
Yeah.
Like we have our favorite place to eat. We got to have a favorite place to feed our mind to where we read and to put things in here.
Yeah. And which one is more important? Of course, we got to do them both. But getting a full belly is not going to increase your literacy. It's not going to increase your general knowledge. It's going to increase your general knowledge about food you like, food you don't like. But it's very important that we exercise the brain. It gives you, as you know, just to piggyback on what you had said about when a teacher gives you a quiz. And as I was listening to you, I remember those days. You still don't know the information that's going to be on that quiz. But if you prepare for it, it's simple. It becomes simple. You don't know what it's going to be. And I can remember, even to this day, I know the more I exercise my brain, the challenges that come to me, I always have the answer.
Absolutely. And when you're reading, and you're right. Once you've done that study, you've done that, that groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
You're bringing more to what you're doing. For as if you're dealing with a test, life is full of tests. Life is full of quizzes on what you know, far as the decisions that you make. Because when you bubbling in on a test, only difference is in life is you making a decision. You making a decision on that test, which one to bubble in if it's multiple choice. In
That's
life, you got to make a decision, whether or not you go left or right, up or down, or however you gonna do it. So, like at the beginning, you have a choice to either you gonna grow, regress, or stay the same. You see what I'm saying?
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
yeah. So man, all of those things are very, very vital to
And
your to fundamentals and growth.
and of course, you know, our goal and our hope is that those of you that uh, listen to our channel, listen to our platform, or engage in our platform, you're not one of those. You're not those that want to remain the same or regress.
That's right.
It is our goal that we create a platform that people want to change, people want to grow, they want to share ideas. And so we're going to be bringing you topics every week. Hope you guys will, where can they find us at?
We're gonna be at they can find us on our YouTube channel, RNG at the Crossroad. They can go to our website at rgthecrossroad.com. And they can also email us at rgthecrossroad@gmail.com. So we're gonna
And
have
our YouTube platform,
right
is
RNG at the Crossroad.
RG at Crossroad. So on all those
Mhm.
platforms, you can either join the group, and on YouTube, you can subscribe, like, comment, send your post notifications, and that way, every time that we do upload another video, we'll be sure you'll get a notification. So once again, here at RNG at the Crossroad, just come join us on our
Absolutely.
journey of a growing community of like-minded people that aren't afraid to make decisions for the betterment of our own lives and their community. We understand that all decisions and choices don't turn out the way that we like or wish them to, but nonetheless, there is a lesson to be learned in all decisions and choices.
Absolutely. And always remember the importance of reading. This is a very, very powerful topic because it's really the fundamental part of what our platform is about. It's about learning and also engage all the different experiences that you have, because it's all about having a better experience in this life.
Mhm.
So the better choices that we make will improve our experiences.
Right.
And also realize too that when you read, you are growing your sense of your mental development. You are becoming more. So in the midst of becoming more and you begin to be more, then your problems begin to be a lot smaller and allows you to be able to engage them in a totally different format. Even when if you make a decision to read about strategy, Sun Tzu, The Art of War, if your enemy is superior, evade them. If evenly matched, fight. If angry, irritate them. If not, reevaluate. Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Every battle is won before it's ever fought. So you just have to really, really get into the midst of strategy. If you want to deal with problem solving, then read about problem solving. Go back and read in history about people that had difficult situations and what exactly did they do to get through them.
Gerald, that's interesting because, and I'm gonna break it down. Reading is essential. No matter where you're trying to grow in life, everybody that you may look up to, you may want to emulate, you can best believe they're reading. They're studying their craft.
Mm-hmm.
It's essential just for a healthy life.
It is. It is. It's nourishing to the mind. It's nourishing to the mind. So, just remember that's our platform. Better decisions, better outcomes, and please join us at RNG at the Crossroad. So thank you for joining in with us. And we will be putting out a new episode every week. So we look forward to growing with you and to bringing solutions that are going to bring us better outcomes. So thank you and have a good evening.
Absolutely.
Thank you.